Hey guys, and welcome back to Hardware Unboxed. Outside of our unboxing boxes series, we haven't been doing as many videos focused on peripherals, mostly because you guys out there that watch these videos, as well as us here at the channel, are more interested in benchmarking and so forth. But whenever we get the chance to look at unreleased and unannounced hardware from Corsair, of course, we're going to say yes. Anyway, the unannounced product I've been looking at for the past couple of weeks is the Corsair Void Pro headset, which is their brand new high-end gaming headset. And the good news for you guys out there is that now that this video is live, the product has of course been announced, so you can now actually go out and buy one. But before you do, here is pretty much what I think of the new headset from Corsair. So the Void Pro is basically the new version of the Void headset that's been available for a little while now. For people wanting to buy a Corsair headset moving forward, the Void will be discontinued and the Void Pro here will take its place. However, I was a little confused when browsing through the specifications of both products, and I saw that the Void Pro is basically identical to the Void in most ways. Same design, same support for Dolby 7.1 surround sound, and basically the same specifications for both the 50mm drivers and the noise cancelling microphone. The Void Pro is even available in the same configurations: wireless with RGB lighting, which is the one I received to review, as well as a USB wide version with RGB and a 3.5mm wide version without RGB. Even though the Void and Void Pro are very similar, that doesn't mean there is cause for concern here. After all, the Void Pro is the same price as last time, $99 for the wireless model and $79 for the wide variant. In Australia, expect to see some pretty serious tax, as the variants are 219 and 160 Aussie dollars respectively. So if you did want to buy a Void, you can now buy the updated Void Pro at no extra cost, at least after remaining stock of the Void disappears from the market as it's currently, discounted price. The second thing is that Corsair claims there are actually some changes to the Void Pro. Even though the design and specifications aren't significantly different, Corsair are claiming the headset is more comfortable thanks to a different type of foam used in the ear cups, it produces better sound from rebuilt and retuned drivers, and contains a much improved microphone. Wireless performance is also supposedly better, though both range and battery life stays the same, at least in their specifications. I haven't used the Void, so I'm not going to spend any time comparing the two headsets directly. Instead, here are my thoughts from using the Void Pro and compared to some other popular headsets on the market that I've tried. So there's no doubting the Void Pro is a very comfortable headset. There's ample padding around the top and the ear cups, and I'm sure that the new foam around the ears has only improved things compared to last generation. Gaming with this headset for hours was an absolute breeze, and the fact that my unit was wireless is of course even better. Unfortunately, the Void Pro isn't a great fit for my head. The headset moves around a lot when I move my head from side to side or up and down, and at times this is pretty annoying. Swing my head back to have a drink of water and the headset nearly falls off my head. It seems that to achieve such great comfort, the headset doesn't clamp down on my head as much as other headphones. Corsair told me this wasn't an issue for them, so maybe it's just my head shape, but you'll have to figure that out when you get one yourself. Sound quality is very good. I tend to find it a little hard to distinguish between most headsets around this price, but the Void Pro doesn't fall behind the pack, delivering clear midtones and a decent bass punch. It's also a solid all-rounder too, with good audio for music and games. I also think the Void Pro managed to keep its cool when pushing the volume up. Distortions can be a painful annoyance at high volumes, but I didn't find that as much of an issue with this particular headset. What I will say though is not to bother with the Dolby 7.1 surround mode. It's not particularly good, often delivering worse audio in games than just standard stereo. I think Razer perhaps has the best implementation of virtual surround at the moment, with most others not really competing too strongly. Aside from that, there's the usual array of tricks here. There's a microphone mute button, a volume toggle that works well, a boom microphone that automatically disables when you raise it, and charging via micro USB. Speaking of battery life, I tended to get around 6 to 8 hours with RGB lighting enabled and closer to 14 hours with it disabled. And yes, there is RGB lighting here, which I don't think is particularly useful on a headset. I reckon you may as well disable it to get roughly double the battery life. Interested in the microphone quality? Here's a quick sample that I recorded earlier. So this is just a quick test of the Corsair Void Pro's microphone. By now you should probably have a pretty good idea of how this microphone is going to work out for gaming, because it's pretty important to have a headset that works for when you're playing competitive games and that sort of thing. Quite like the boom design, seems pretty nice, but
yeah, I guess that's our little test.
So I think if the Void Pro fits your head well enough, it's a decent purchase for $79 or $99 depending on whether you want wireless connectivity. It's much cheaper than the HyperX Cloud Revolver, which I've recommended in the past, and around the same price as the Razer Kraken and Logitech G533. Only small updates relative to the Void, but it's the same price, so no big deal really. I also wanted to take a brief moment here at the end to talk about the Corsair K68, which I've been testing out for the past month or so. The K68 is Corsair's mechanical keyboard built specifically for durability with an IP32 rating protecting it against light spills. The idea is that you can game away, accidentally spill your drink on the keyboard and it won't do any damage whatsoever. Anyway, I've been stress testing this keyboard by, giving it quite a rundown with some sticky soft drinks, some tomato sauce and food, and it does still continue to work unless you go way overboard, I guess. The best part is I have washed the keyboard under a tap to clean it off, and a couple of times it did work. So yeah, if you tend to spill food and drink on your keyboard or just like the ability to wash your keyboard, I would recommend the Corsair 68. Just don't go overboard with your soft drink and tomato sauce because it might come out the other end and not work. Oh, and it does have Cherry MX switches, which is still the best. Anyway, that's our little look at some Corsair gear, and of course you can check out links to buy these products on Amazon in the description below. Also, let us know if you want to see more peripheral reviews on the channel. We've been pushing most of our peripheral stuff into unboxing boxes, and I reckon if there's enough demand, we might consider looking at peripherals more on the channel in a review format. But that's it for this one, and I'll catch you next time.